Alright, YouTube, here we are again. Gonna go ahead and start putting this beast back together again. And, yeah. Hopefully everything will be working fine here in a couple hours. I got a lot of work to do here. Like I told you, I found that bolt down there. I just got done cutting it to length. So everything looks good. I got the the Super B from Killer RC. I still gotta mess around with that. I made a LED light for the kill switch. I borrowed the light from the other dynamite kill switch. I just cut it right off of there, soldered and heat shrink tubed more wires to a plug that will fit that Killer RC plug, which is right there right beside that red one. So I'll give you a quick start here what I'm doing. Everything's all nice and clean. I got the battery box, I got all the wires out, and just trying to get everything organized here. And yeah, just trying to get things together. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and start assembling, and we'll go from there. Alright, we have the center diff installed with the brake housing and all that stuff. And yep, got it from up underneath. So, like I said, we're going to go step by step, starting to put things back together. And I think right now, we might as well, I don't know, let's see what we want to put in first. I'll think about it here in a second. Alright, I decided to put the front end back on. I just installed that, and now it's kind of a level playing field right here because it's bottom heavy here and the whole stand was tilting this way. Yeah, so I got it on there. And about that front drive shaft right here, this wasn't hitting the shaft, it was hitting the cup right here. That makes more sense, you know, because it wants to come and hit that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the top plate off for a while, and then when I get the receiver in, I'm going to set it so I can see how close I'm getting to that, and we'll go from there. Now I have to hook up the steering linkages up real quick, and then decide what other piece to put on next. Now we have the motor installed, and all the drivetrain is hooked up. We got everything going according to plan so far. A little bit of a chore putting that motor in, I'm not gonna lie. Try to get that gear mesh right. I think I got it right this time. It took me a couple tries. Whew, what a job. So now, let me back up here. Now it's starting to look like the truck again. And the parts are getting far down now. Look at that. You got some tires right there and some over there. Alrighty, so now I have the Killer B failsafe wire coming from there, as you could tell. I got it from here coming this way this time. Before I ran it the opposite direction, and a couple people said maybe your failsafe got too hot because it was by the exhaust. It could have. I mean, I'm not gonna rule it out, that's for sure. So if I do this, Okay. It should be fine. It's not going to hit. I mean, I'm putting a lot of force to get that. Maybe I'll zip tie that. Well, the gas tank is going to be sitting there, so it should not hit. But I think I'm going to come this direction this time and put the fail-safe in the receiver box, as I've been talking about through these videos, instead of having it down here with the battery. Put everything up front here. So yeah, we'll do that and go from there. Alright, we got the gas tank all in there. I shook it up pretty good, the fuel in there, because it's been sitting. I shook it up really well. Then I put the tank in the truck. I hooked up the fuel lines. Got everything hooked up. The kill switch, I have to run it this way. I was going to go underneath the fuel tank, but that fuel tank sits down almost flat to the bottom on top of the chassis, so there's not enough room for the cable. So I ran it this way, up and around, and I zip tied it to the aluminum front brace, chassis brace. Just wheel this around here like that. So she's nice and tight. But down here, I gotta do something so it doesn't come up on that. Probably wait until I do something with it first, and then I'll figure that out. We're getting closer. Real close now. Alright, so what's next? Well, it looks like the receiver and radio might be next. Alright, now I have the radio out and the receiver. So right now I gotta figure out, I should do the braking system first, get everything set up, and then start putting in the servo, or not servo, but the receiver. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Alright, there's the new home for the receiver. Yeah, so far it's gonna look like it's gonna be a tight fit with all the wires and everything. I got a brand new tube here, but it doesn't go all the way up to this. I don't know if I should get another tube or not. If I can find one around here, I'll change it. But for now, I gotta wait. I want to get everything set up before I go any further. So I brought out the battery here, but it's in storage mode. Hopefully there's enough juice to get me somewhat set up. So yeah. Alright, now we're going to put in the kill switch itself, take it out of the package, and go from there. Alright, we got the batteries in the remote. Let's go ahead and turn this beast on. I'm going to leave the plastic on there just for now. Okay. And now I want to set up the, not the failsafe, not the model, but I want to link the transmitter to the receiver here. Well, maybe it's system. Let's see if I can do this here without reading the instructions. Oops. Well, I have to go get the instructions. Well, looks like the battery is not strong enough to turn on the receiver, I guess. 'Cause I plugged it in and there's no light or nothing that came on. So hopefully I got everything wired right. Everything looks good. So what I'm going to do is I gotta go charge the battery up. I don't know how long that's gonna take, so I'm gonna stop the video right here and we'll continue on later. Thanks for watching.